Good morning, elders. uh, I'm going to try and make this a quick one. Yes, I'm a little late again. Uh, had a great day yesterday. My, oh, I need to blow it out. Ooh. Hey, shoo! Hey, shoo! Oh. Excuse me. I had a tickle in my nose. My oldest daughter came over very early yesterday. She says, Mom, can you come over? I need you for the afternoon to make sure to get the children off the bus. I said, sure. So had a fabulous day over there. Yes, yes, the little one enjoyed it too. And then my grandchildren are like, Rosie, you were here. I said, yeah, for another 20 minutes or 30 minutes before my daughter comes. My younger daughter, yes, comes to pick me up. and the little one. And they were so happy to see me. It's so wonderful. Yes. My grandson says, so wonderful to see you, Gracie. Oh, go. And then my younger granddaughter, she turns around and and I was like, come on, give me a hug. And then my younger granddaughter came and said, I want a hug too, Gracie, because they got off the bus and run into the house. Yeah, okay. Anywho, it was a wonderful day. A wonderful day. And yeah, kind of otherwise uneventful. But it was morning, then it was night. It was Monday. Now it's already Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. That's the weekend. I often tell the family here before I go over, to the house here for nighttime, and I say, make it the best evening ever. You never know who's gonna wake up in the morning, right? Yes, or in the morning. I tell them, make it the best day ever. You never know, and they kind of like that, right? Even though I used to hear in the past, and somebody says, "Oh, don't do this or that." I'm going, "Why? It could be dead tomorrow. Might as well do it today." And you go, "Don't say that." Said, why not? What's there to be afraid of death if you know what comes after death? Well, who knows? Well, just read up on things a little bit, then you'll know. Seems to be there's plenty of people out there who have experience with spirit world, this, that, right? So, all this information out there, near death experiences of people, they've written books about it. There's some good ones out there actually. Mediums, that have written books. Their spirits have dictated whole books to them or their whole life or whatever, and then their time in spirit world and all that's going on there. Well, read some of them books, then if you don't have your own feelers going on out there. Yes? Well, there you go. So what's there to be scared about spirit world? Because I guarantee you we know more about spirit world than we know about space. Done? Okay. Now we are in the book of Proverbs 27. Do not congratulate yourself about tomorrow, since you do not know what today will bring forth. What did I start out with? Okay. Let someone else sing your praises, but not your own mouth. A stranger, but not your own lips. I agree on that, but yet don't be so don't be so falsely humble to not acknowledge your own greatness. Okay, I do. I know full well when I cooked a great meal, and I also know full well when I didn't. Okay, I'm just saying. I know when I've done great. I know that when someone says, "Wow, you are," so here it is. Someone says, "You know, you are so amazing. This and that. And I don't know what." I look on and I don't just, oh yeah, that's me. Yeah. Actually, that's where well, thank you. That's nice of you to say. But I don't, my ego does not get inflated over that. Yes? I critically look at that compliment. Yeah? And say, do I deserve it? Do I actually deserve it? Or what? Yes? Well, sometimes people, when they tell you this or that, they have an agenda, right? Because they want you to do something, or they're really happy with what you're doing, regardless. Right? And then, to keep me happy and going. Okay, I'm just saying. Uh, so yeah, but as far as no, when I do something good, when I see that I'm doing something really good, that I'm proud of myself, I'm happy to. I am proud of that. I am proud of things. And, yeah, so who did this? I did that. I did that. Yeah. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with acknowledging where you're doing well, right? Yes, yeah, it kind of balances out that everybody knows this when you're doing wrong. Oh yeah. So, yes. Anywho, so I let someone else sing your praises, but not your own mouth. A stranger, but not your own lips. Why not? Why can't I? Why can't I say, "Hey, look what I did. Come and have a look." Because sometimes that inspires other people too. Yeah. If it, of course, if one talks about something that one did, that it sounds then as if you're above others. Okay, that's not okay. Maybe that's what they're talking about. But again, it's so generalized that I said, no, you're gonna have to be more. For me, you have it's, whatever has to be more clear, done. I don't want it generalized. Heavy is the stone, weighty is the sand. Heavier than both, a grudge borne by a fool. Ew. I don't know. I've never experienced that, so I don't know what that means. Neither way, neither me nor from someone else. Okay, you know what? I'm not even gonna go there. It's just stupid. Cruel is wrath, overwhelming is anger, but jealousy, who can withstand that? Not my problem either. Better open reproof than feigned love. Okay, neither is good. I mean, the reproof. I mean, okay, you know what? I don't even know how those two can be compared to each other. Doesn't make sense to me. Again, to some it may make sense. Well, yeah, no, it doesn't. Yeah, somebody wants to tell me that makes sense, but it doesn't. Trustworthy are blows from a friend. Deceitful are kisses from a foe. Oh, now that one I can agree with. Right? Yes, that is a good one. The gorged throat revolts at honey. The hungry throat finds all bitterness sweet. Wow, that's a good one. I sometimes tell my grandchildren when they're a little picky, and I said, "You just wait until you get really, really hungry." I said, "You'll eat anything. You will eat stuff that you now, yeah, wouldn't dream of eating. But when you get really, really, really hungry, you'll eat what there is." Yes, yeah, that's true. Like a bird that strays from its nest, so is anyone who strays away from home. Okay. Again, that's not clear enough for me. Oil and perfume gladden the heart, and the sweetness of friendship rather than self-reliance. Mhm. Yeah, as I believe that there is for everyone out there, there is a husband or a wife. I also believe that there's someone that will guide you towards God's love and embrace. Yes, uh, be there for you in times of need. I also believe that there are people sent. Sometimes not where you're kind of looking for a friend, to be that friend. Yes, to be there when you need them. Not for all the advice and this and that or opinions, just to be there. Yes, this is one person I can go to. Just to go talk, just to kind of be with, and just enjoy my time. Yes, absolutely. All right. That's. Do not give up your friend or your father's friend. When trouble comes, do not go off to your brother's house. Better a near neighbor than a distant brother. Why not have both? Oh, but you have to choose between one or the other? Okay, you know what? Some of this doesn't make sense again. Learn to be wise, my child, and gladden my heart, that I may have an answer for anyone who insults me. The discreet sees danger and takes shelter. Simpletons go ahead and pay the penalty. Take the man's clothes, he has gone surety for a stranger. Take a pledge for him, for persons unknown. Whoever at dawn loudly blesses his neighbor, it will be reckoned to him as a curse. Okay. The dripping of a gutter on a rainy day and a quarrelsome woman are alike. Here we go again. Whoever can restrain her can restrain the wind and take a firm hold on grease. Yeah, well, Solomon, sorry. I guess you did have some problems in that department. Iron is sharpened by iron. Iron is sharpened by iron. One person is sharpened by contact with another. Okay, I don't know. This is weird ways of comparing something to whatever. Not even going there. There are some things when I think back sometimes on what I've read, also beforehand, I realize that a lot of it has to do with war, right? This is very much trying to make war palatable and how there's wisdom in war. Okay, I'm just saying. And I miss that often. And then later I'm going, what was that one all about again? Sometimes one or two stick in my mind. I'm going, what was that? I'm going, oh, I keep forgetting. War, how important war was at this time. Even during Solomon's time. The peace did not last that long, if there was any actually to be had. And why is he not talking more about the peace times? And then, okay, you know what? Forget it. Whoever tends the fig tree eats its figs. Whoever looks after his master will be honored. It doesn't say it the other way around. Right? A master looks after his servants, wife, kids. Then he'll be honored. No, if you look after your master, you'll be honored. Okay, couldn't care less. As water reflects face back to face, so one human heart reflects another. Sheol and perdition. What? As water reflects face back to face, so one human heart reflects another. That's not true. I would have said that differently too. Sheol and perdition are never satisfied. Insatiable, too, are human eyes. Gosh, what kind of experiences has this guy had? Yeah, insatiable too are human eyes. Your eyes, Solomon, were insatiable when it came to one thing and one thing on it. Okay, all right, you know what? A furnace for silver, a foundry for gold. A person is worth what his reputation is worth. Okay, well, that's why I'm reading this. For our heavenly parents' reputation. Uh-huh. Pound, yeah, pound a fool in a mortar. Among grain with a pestle, his folly will not leave him. Know your flock's condition well. Take good care of your herds. For riches do not last forever. Crowns do not hand themselves on from age to age. The grass once gone, the aftergrowth appearing, the hay gathered in from the mountains. You should have lambs to clothe you, goats to buy you a field, goats' milk sufficient to feed your household and provide for your serving girls. Serving girls again. Oh, look, they're talking about. I gotta mark this one. I had goats. They're easy to raise. Goats are amazingly easy to raise and care for, and they give back with very little care. If you have enough grazing grounds, this not. All you need is a little something for wintertime. Otherwise, they're fine and do their own thing when it comes to all and stay fat. And I think it has happened, but it was rare that one of my goats only had one baby. I had mostly twins, triplets, and a few times I had quadruplets. Yes, no, none of them ever all survived. Usually, and then I had one time I had quintuplets, and one of them was stillborn, though you could tell, and then I lost another one. But oftentimes three would survive. Three wasn't the big problem. And that was kind of rare. Okay, I don't think in the United States is, but in Switzerland, when I talked, you meet a lot of farmers there. And I said, yeah, I have this and that. What? You have concerts? We only get one often. I don't know what the difference is. Because I had Swiss Alpine. Okay, no, they were French Alpine. So European goats. And I had Saanen, right? Purebred Saanens. Right? The billy goat I had was a purebred Saanen. Anyway, so I don't know why in Switzerland they're having a harder time breeding goats where you get multiple births, but here in the United States, from the ones that I know here that also had goats, it's not uncommon. They have at least twins. Well, anyway, it's more uncommon to just have one. Anyway, so know your flocks, conditioned well, take good care of your herds. I've always done that. We have a fabulous place where animals can just be animals. Yes, I have fabulous neighbors as well. We had some problems, but we worked them out, and the reason because we talked to each other. I think one of the worst things is when people don't talk to each other. Yes? Oh, it's better to be silent. Really? Is it? I think to talk things out and to also if everyone were to see, here's the thing. If everyone were to let everyone know, say, hey, you kind of hurt my feelings. Can we talk about this? Would people continuously, just regardless of their, be so unthoughtful, right, to hurt people's feelings by saying something stupid? Yes? Or offend, to just offend. For what reason exactly? For your own opinions? One is willing to offend others, right? Yes? Just saying. So, and I've done that too, I have to say. But the thing is I like to talk to people. I like to address things. Right? And maybe a little too much sometimes. But I do try to remember to stay respectful and courteous unless I feel like someone needs a spanking, a verbal spanking, and say, gosh, are you serious? Listen to yourself, right? So, anyway, 27 wasn't too bad. Some repetitious stuff again, and a lot of it, I'm surprised. Yeah, where did this wisdom really all come from? And it's so negative. There's so much negativity in there. I have to question: is that wisdom coming from God? Because why would God have so much experience with all that? Oh, because we are all created in God's image, and He does experience all that through us. No, He doesn't. God does not experience all this stuff through us. That's not true. What we were given into our life as a human being in the image of God is absolute goodness. If we reject that, decide to do our own thing or whatever, then so be it. But God doesn't have anything to do with us. We've decided that to leave absolute goodness and go and dabble into other stuff we full well know not to do. Are you understanding what I'm saying? And God can't be a part of that and never will be. When it comes down to it, to say it in a very simple way, God, our Heavenly Father, our Heavenly Parent, is completely ignorant of evil or wickedness or bad behavior. Absolutely ignorant. Does he know it's there? Does she know it's there? Of course. But no experience with it. So, this is not from God. Can't be. You got to experience this stuff. Do it yourself or experience it from someone else towards you in order to be able to write this down. Just saying. And that is it. I've got to go to the house. May Heavenly Parent bless and protect you, guide you, embrace you with love, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Have a great day, Aldrich. I love you, my brother in faith.